PCFL Show. On this week's episode, we've got highlights from Week 9 action, previews for Week 10, and an early look at the crazy playoff picture. The PCFL Show is brought to you in part by MD Concepts. For all your design needs, call 916-747-9255. Also by HostedSports.com, the only one-stop place for all sports on the web. Be sure to like the PCFL Facebook page and PCFL Show links and share those links so we can get more friends, family, and fans involved with their local teams. Also check out thepcfl.com for more information. The Wolves try a little trickery early, but it backfires thanks to Mike Manukian and hits the Wolves for a big loss. On the Stallions' next drive, Ray Pinkston hits Jason Washington for a 53-yard touchdown. Anthony Gagliano puts the point after through, and the Stallions are up. But the Wolves answer back and move the ball down the field as Jason Winter hits Carnell Williams with this pass. And a few plays later, Antoine Williams takes it in for the touchdown. The point after was no good, and the Wolves are down by 1. After holding the Stallions and forcing them to punt, Jason Winter connects with CJ Smith and puts the Wolves in field goal range. Jason Winter puts the field goal through, and the Wolves are up by 2. With time running out, Ray Pinkston is picked off by Tion Anderson, who returns it, giving the Wolves a chance to put points on the board before halftime. The Wolves go for the field goal to extend their lead, but it's no good. In the third quarter, Anthony Gagliano puts a 30-yarder through, and the Stallions take the lead. We usually don't get to show many punter highlights, but in the third quarter, Steven Levers booms the ball 55 yards, putting it out at the 2-yard line. Jumping ahead to the fourth quarter, Alain Dupree takes the handoff and takes the ball down to the 5-yard line. The Wolves hold, and Gagliano gets his second field goal of the day. Later in the quarter, fourth down, the Wolves go for it, and Jason Winter hits CJ Smith, who takes it in for the touchdown. The point after is good, and your final score, West Valley Wolves 16, South Bay Stallions 13. The Reading Heat force a 3-and-out on the opening drive and block the punt. But the Giants' defense holds as Mike Mather comes up on this fourth down stop. The Heat answer back with a sack of the quarterback, forcing the punt. The rest of the half was like this, a back-and-forth defensive battle that finished scoreless. Jumping ahead to third quarter action, Marquez Shaw hits B.J. Wimberly for a 45-yard touchdown. And the point after is blocked. Midway through the fourth, Heat pressure forces a shallow punt, which ends up in Jason Burris's hands, who takes it back for the touchdown. The point after was good, and the Heat take a 1-point lead. On the ensuing kick, Pat Holmes gets the ball and returns it 50 yards, giving the Giants excellent field position. And a few plays later, Marquez Shaw hits Deshaun Hosey Jr. for the touchdown. The Giants go for 2, and Javon Cherry takes it in. Less than 2 minutes left in the game, and the Heat are driving. Ryan Clayton completes this pass to KC Clapsaddle, which puts the ball on the 2. And the bootleg fools everybody for the touchdown. On the road, a defensive battle, down by 1, the Heat go for 2 for the win. But the Giants' defense holds. And your final score is Golden State Giants 14, Reading Heat 13. The Barnstormers got the ball first in this game, and on third down, it's picked off by Lee Dunn for the Chiefs. A few plays later, Ben Ojeda hits Justin Osborne, which puts the Chiefs in the red zone. And that sets up Jay Brown for the touchdown. Kyle Allen goes for the point after, but it's blocked. On the ensuing possession, the Barnstormers are forced to punt. Lee Dunn is back to receive it, but he fumbles it, and it's recovered by Benro Williams. The Chiefs defense pushed him back a bit, and Danny Betancourt puts through a 50-yard field goal. On the Barnstormers' next possession, Dante Mills takes it in from 15 yards for the touchdown. And the point after is good. Barnstormers take the lead. In the second quarter, the Chiefs were driving again, looking to score, but Chad Kakobine picks it off and takes it to the house. But there was a flag on the play. A block in the back negates the return. In the second half, turnovers would continue to plague the Barnstormers. Here, Matt Bryant recovers this fumble. And on the next Barnstormer possession, Steve Cato picks it off for the Chiefs. The Chiefs go 3 and out. The Barnstormers get the ball back, and it's a lateral that's fumbled. The ball bounces around a bit, and Chris Butler scoops it up and returns it. That sets up this pass from Ben Ojeda to Austin Winston for the touchdown. Ojeda looks to Winston again, but this time it's Kyle Allen coming down with it on the bounce. With time running out in the game, Barnstormers are driving. On third down, Will Kilday hits Aaron Wallace for the completion. His forward progress is stopped. The clock is still running. They hurry to the line and spike the ball. Your final score, Solano Chiefs 14, Central Coast Barnstormers 10. The PCFL Show is brought to you in part by Graves Video Production. Capture life's great moments. Go to gravesvideo.net. Also in part by Sweet 51 Video Productions, official videographer for the West Valley Wolves.
You are watching the PCFL Show with your host, Angry Mike.
The Knights get on the board first in the second quarter as John Russell hits John Mosley for the touchdown. Johnny Garcia's point after is good. Knights are up. The War Angels are in scoring position, but the pass is floated up a little, and it's picked. Chris Little comes down with the ball and takes it 104 yards for the touchdown. And Johnny Garcia hits another point after through the uprights. Even a bad snap doesn't slow the offense down as John Russell hits Jason McAlope, who shows off some nifty footwork. That sets up this 45-yard field goal by Johnny Garcia. In the third quarter, Jesse Hernandez of the War Angels comes up with the ball and takes it back for the touchdown. Miled Mihailov's point after is good. The Knights are looking to extend their lead, but the ball is picked off. Jumping ahead to the fourth quarter, John Russell hits Tony Duplessis, who makes a great catch for the touchdown. The War Angels get aggressive moving the ball down the field, but Chris Little comes up with his second interception of the day. And the Knights answer back with another great catch by Tony Duplessis for the touchdown. And the point after extends their lead. And linemen everywhere should appreciate number 97 Charles Towers completing this 32-yard pass for the touchdown. The War Angels are looking to drive and put more points on the board, but Jonathan Hampton bats the ball in the air and Armando Cole comes down with the interception. And your final score, NorCal Knights 31, Richmond War Angels 13. We've only got footage of a few plays, so let's do a quick game recap. In the first quarter, the Bears jumped to a 3-0 lead on a field goal by Davian Tate. The Outlaws answer back in the second quarter as Trent Thompson hits Terrell Woodall for a touchdown. The Bears scored twice in the third quarter, first on a pass from A.J. Chambers to James Roberts, and then the second one was a fumble recovery by Robert Huntsberger for a touchdown. And in the fourth quarter, Trent Thompson hit Terrell Woodall for their second touchdown of the day, bringing the Outlaws within 3. And in the fourth quarter, the Outlaws were driving, but the Bears held them on their 20-yard line to win. And your final score? Roseville Bears 15, East Bay Outlaws 12. And in the Fury Hurricanes game, the Fury got on the board first with a quarterback sneak by Steve Dickinson. They also scored on a touchdown pass from Andrew Betancourt to Robbie Longan. The score was 16-14 Hurricanes, but just before half, Nick Whitaker put a field goal through to take the lead. In the third quarter, the Hurricanes came out and scored on a 22-yard touchdown pass to William Riddick. The Fury answered back with a great run by Kimby Drayton, who bounced off a bunch of defenders for the touchdown. Andrew Betancourt hit Terrence McGee on a deep pass for a touchdown, and Nick Whitaker put another field goal through. The Hurricanes scored one more for a final score of 34-28. Let's look at our performers of the week. There's 2 weeks left in the regular season, and only 3 teams have been eliminated. The Hurricanes, Outlaws, and Heat all played close games this weekend, but it wasn't enough. The Bears and the Knights have locked in the top 2 seeds in first-round byes, and the Barnstormers and the Fury have locked up the 3rd and 4th seeds, but can still flip-flop positions. The Wolves control their own destiny. Win one game, and they're in at the 5th seed because they have the tiebreakers over the Stallions and the Giants. The Stallions and the Giants play one another this weekend, and the winner moves on while the loser's eliminated based on the head-to-heads. And to further complicate things, the War Angels and the Chiefs are both still alive but have to win out and get some help.
You're watching the PCFL Show.
The Heat are coming off a heartbreaker of a loss in San Francisco this past weekend and looking to bounce back. Their defense will be the key against a strong Outlaw offense who have shown that they could put points up when they're firing on all cylinders. The Heat take on the Outlaws this Saturday, 6 o'clock kickoff at Castlemont High School, sponsored by Pittsburgh Smog. Call 925-432-PASS. The Capital City Fury have a playoff position locked up, but are looking to build some momentum and take that into the playoffs. They face a Wolves team who have started building some momentum coming off of a win, but still need to win one more to lock in their playoff spot. The Fury take on the Wolves this Saturday, 6 o'clock kickoff, sponsored by Sweet 51 Video Productions. The Chiefs are coming off a win and are still alive for the playoffs. They have to take it one game at a time because one loss means they're out. They face a tough Hurricane team who are playing like they've got nothing to lose and can play spoiler this week. The Solano Chiefs take on the Stockton Hurricanes this Saturday at the Great Bowl in Lodi, 5:30 kickoff. This is a must-win for both teams. The loser of this game will be playing for pride next week. The Stallions' defense has been excellent all year. The question is can the offense minimize the turnovers? The same could be said for the Giants. When the offense is clicking, it's clicking, but when it's not, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense. The Stallions take on the Giants this Saturday, 1 o'clock at Galileo Academy Field. Sponsored by Auto Logic. Complete auto service, call 650-589-9791. The Barnstormers' mix of old and young has taken some getting used to. They are in prime position to make a push deep into the playoffs, but they want to win to build some momentum. The Richmond War Angels are still alive, but they have to win to get in. Injuries have taken its toll. The big question is can they get healthy to make a playoff push? The Barnstormers take on the War Angels this Saturday, 7 o'clock kickoff at Duker Stadium at Pinole Valley High School. The top 2 seeds square off in what could be a championship game preview. The Knights are undefeated and ranked number 1 in offense and number 2 in defense. The Bears' offense may not be ranked as high as the Knights, but their defense is ranked number 1 by a margin. While the Knights have given up 130 points on the season, the Bears' defense has only given up 78. The Knights take on the Bears this Saturday, Monterey Trail High School. Kickoffs at 3 o'clock, sponsored by Car Deal Auto Sales. Well, that's it for this week's episode. Thanks for watching, and once again, share the show links on Facebook. The more we can get the word out there with people in our community, the more people we get to our games. Also, check out the PCFL.com for more info. I'm your host, Angry Mike, and I'll see you next week.